also want to extend to you, Paul. What are your thoughts on KOA High?
I just found out about it, um, and I am blown away. Shout out to everybody at Concrete. I mean, you guys are really doing it the right way, across the board. Um, we talk in this space oftentimes about the importance of supporting black creators and black publishers. And for me personally, being kind of the veteran in the comic book collecting genre, um, it all started with me with Milestone Comics and that concept of creating your own business, your own having the rights to your own IP, having that control, doing characters that are of substance with top notch talent. You guys are like the grandchildren of that, and you've taken what's happened before and you've run through it, which a lot of people haven't done, honestly, to the extent that you guys have done it. And my hats are off to you. The whole concept of your community outreach arm, just the fact that you have a community outreach section that's dedicated to that, and then taking it to its you know inevitable conclusion of putting out a comic book that's garnered specifically to the youth on behalf of schools. That's incredible. I'm completely impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Fine,
And
man.
and you're so right. Yep. Um, at this time, before we get into it, I do just also want to ask you, Paul, have you had an opportunity to check in through KOA all weekend? What are your thoughts on some of the other drops that we've had this weekend?
I haven't been able to check in all weekend. I've actually been out of town and running around and traveling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I reached out to say, hey, I just wanted to come back in and shout you guys out and throw support on what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Just run through a couple of drops that we've had this weekend. We got the conclusion of a couple of different series. We got number 6 for Odina. We
Yeah, I
got
saw
number
that.
4 for Absolver, right?
Yeah.
And all the big three are getting the ends to their arcs right now, which is really amazing seeing Concrete what it was, starting off 5 years ago to where we are now to get the end of some amazing arcs is kind of monumental. Any thoughts
I'm
on
very
that?
excited about the announcement about icons. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, Icons is definitely something else. I'm really excited for Icons. Having some kind of team for Concrete is what I've been really dying to see. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited about that. We also got some follow-ups as well as our very first crossover. Well, we got two crossover announcements. One's coming a little bit sooner. We have the crossover between Deja Vu and The Watchmen. What are your feelings on that?
Whew. Street level heroes doing their damn thing. I think Watchmen might have been the second concrete comic I got into after Acolyte. So yeah, I'm all here for it. I'm excited for it.
Mm-hmm. And then we also got a crossover called Bloom, which Jermel, do you mind going into a little bit about that?
Yeah, Bloom just consists of all the beautiful ladies of Concrete, created by myself and also Najee Rouse. And it's sort of just, it's going to be a fun adventure. It's going to be a fun ride. That's basically what it is. And hopefully it will become a very important staple in our lineup.
Absolutely. I'm so excited for everything that we've dropped. But since I've got you here, Paul, we're actually been doing voting all weekend in the Concrete Comics Discord, allowing the fans to vote on some of their favorites in various different categories. So we're just going to go through the final votes and, of course, taking some time to talk about our opinions about how everyone edged out in the race. So let's get into it. Starting off, the favorite Concrete book series, according to the fans,
Okay.
is, let's check out the polls here. It looks like it's Acolyte. But in second place, we have Odina. And in third place, we have Deja Vu.
That's what's
How,
up.
yeah. Honestly, I was kind of surprised there. Odina and Acolyte were definitely they were right here for a hot little second.
That makes sense. That makes sense. They're very popular. In our
Mm,
space, it's I think of the concrete books. Those are the two that are posted the most.
absolutely. Then for favorite leading lady, in the lead is Luna, followed very closely by Odina, and then finally we have Kandake and Zuriel tied for third.
Well, I mean, to Zoriel's credit, she just joined the game a few months ago, so I
Hmm.
mean, she may not be as well known. So it doesn't diminish how important a character she is and how dope a character she is. My daughter loves Luna though.
Absolutely. Hmm. Luna's definitely become a fan favorite. As far as the favorite leading gentleman of Concrete, at the top we have in first place we have Deja Vu, followed very closely by Acolyte in second, and in third we have Absolver.
Okay.
I could accept that.
Then for best hero costume, we have Deja Vu in the lead with Acolyte in a good second, and in third we have Odina.
All right. I can
For
see that.
Yeah, it's actually not too bad. For the series with the best cover art, in the top we have Absolver, followed very closely by Luna, and in third we have Acolyte.
That also makes sense.
I
Hmm.
appreciate that, Paul. Thank you.
No, that makes sense.
You do have some very dope covers. I will say Absolver has some of the best covers I've seen. Um And then which character from the big three, that's Acolyte, Odina, and Absolver, have the best cover? And in a pretty landslide win, I'd say, you have Absolver with Acolyte in second and Odina in third place.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hmm.
That's what's up.
As far as the favorite concrete creator, this is the person behind the book. In first place, we have Lonzo Starr, the creator of Acolyte. In second place, we have actually a tie for that second place spot with Onaji and Jairi, who's a newcomer with Deja Vu. And then in the third place, we have Jermel. So congratulations for you're getting these third places. People do like you.
Yeah, you know, if
Good
I,
job, man.
if I was out, if I was allowed out the cage more often, I think I probably would have got more votes. But that's we here now. We here now. We here now.
Hey, major shout out to Jari getting you know, getting that spot of male lead is a huge drawing, man. So major shout out to
Mhm.
him. Shout out to everybody, man. Our votes weren't really for us, it's really for the people, man. So shout out to everybody that voted for sure. First of all,
And
chill out, Jari, okay?
we
And
still have a few more categories to go through. The fan character with the coolest ability, according to the votes. At the top, we have Absolver, followed fairly closely with two spots, Deja Vu and Luna closely behind them, and then also Acolyte and Zuriel holding that third spot rank. So
that actually makes a
definitely,
lot of sense.
mm-hmm. Absolver's cleaning house today. Absolver's cleaning house today. In the second to last category, I'm sorry, we have three more categories. Who would win in a street brawl between the Watchmen, Primate, Organic Chrissy, Deja Vu, and Bass Voice? We have the Watchmen winning. Oh, I am so sorry. I misread that. The Watchmen and Deja Vu are tied for the winner. So I don't know who's going to win. Everyone is still stuck between it. That's not really a first place thing. That's just we'll see how that goes.
Right.
And of course, you guys will get the opportunity to see how that might play out in their new crossover book that's dropping soon. And then the favorite generation of books and a good lead, we have the OGs, Acolyte, Odina, and Absolver, followed very closely by year 3, Kandake, Luna, and Organic Chrissy, with year 4, Deja Vu and Zuriel. And then lastly, it's a very silly one, but I asked the folks which concrete character would drop the best mixtape. And
Wow.
overwhelmingly,
It's gotta
the
be
Watchmen won.
what? All
watch.
right, that one I have to protest on. I mean, isn't Acolyte like? Doesn't he have like a DJ background or something like that?
He
He's a
certainly
world
does.
famous music producer, yes. So I don't know how Watchman's non rapping ass got that. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
But
Oh,
just because you
goodness.
produce music don't mean you're rapping. You never. I mean, let's just And Watchmen was a man in the streets at one point. So
Wow.
Mm,
Wow.
I'm
I will
saying though,
say,
Acolyte's actually in the industry. I don't know. That
yeah,
that was
but,
a little. That
but
all everyone else I agree with. That one was a little sus.
producing music and actually being able to rap is like two separate things. You know,
But
I'm
Mr.
just throwing
Leslie,
out.
can I not do that in real life though?
Yeah, but we're talking about the comic book. Did
Oh
you
my
show off
God.
his skills in the comic book?
Not yet, but just he's the only one doing music in our universe.
But we never heard him rap the same way we never
Oh,
heard Watchmen rap. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just
y'all
saying.
I'm just
tripping.
he might be like a little
Y'all tripping.
underground rapper. We don't
Relax.
know. All I will say is that of course the fans have spoken. You know, I don't necessarily agree or disagree with anything. This is just their opinions. And of course, if you guys want a final breakdown of all the voting polls, I will drop them on Facebook, Instagram, and in the Discord probably by Wednesday so that you guys can see the full breakdown of that.
You know
But
what's gonna happen now. You know what's gonna happen
mm,
now, right?
I know
Issue
exactly what I'm about to say.
issue 7 of Acolyte's gonna have the dude spitting bars. Watch.
Bars is coming now. Bars is on the
oh,
way now. I'm
I
sorry.
want to open it up. Go ahead.
I won't even think it'll be issue 7. He probably drop a nice little mini real quick.
Little sidebar story.
Maybe,
Of
man. I
course,
might have
if
to do
any
it.
of you nerdcore rappers want to rap on behalf of your favorite concrete character to see if they could play it out in the cipher, that also could be a cool option. We'll see if that happens. Um,
I have a
but
question for y'all though. Lonzo, this might go to you. Is there a concrete comics mixtape list on Spotify or something like that?
We are working on a soundtrack right now. You know, that is something that it's been in the tuck for a while, but we wanted to really capture who the characters were and make sure we're just not throwing some music out there just to throw music out there. Man, I really want this to, be actually good. You know what I'm saying? And actually represent what the universe is.
Oh, that's what's up.
Absolutely. Well, that is definitely the end of the voting polls. Also, guys, remember that the raffle is also closed for the day. So we'll do a raffle win at the very end of the KOA weekend, and then we'll announce the winner as well. Shout out to Thaddeus and Matt who won Friday and Saturday, and we'll see who wins on Sunday as well. Now we're at the very end of KOA weekend. We've got one more panel to play, and it's called 5 Years of Concrete, a retrospective. But before we get into it, I know we've got one person. Yes, I'm sorry, Rob. You did just miss the raffle. The raffle closed, I believe, at 5. Actually, no, I think I had it open up till 6. I'll open up the raffle again. If you guys want to join the raffle, just make sure to get into Discord and you guys can do that then, okay?
Real quick, too, I just want to mention, make sure y'all, I don't know if y'all have seen, but on our website, we dropped about 20 something variant covers, 30 something variant covers that y'all have never seen before that are available on our website right now. And if you subscribe to our Patreon for as low as $1, you get a 50% off coupon on our web store where you can go and order all these books. So if y'all want to get some never before seen variant covers of Concrete Comics, go to the website right now. Subscribe to the Patreon. $1, you get 50% off, and there's a 25% discount off already on the store. But if you want that extra discount, subscribe to the Patreon for $1.
There are some amazing variant covers. I mean, there's some covers out there that just completely blow me away. Especially, I know Absolver and Deja Vu have won some. Y'all have got to check out those Absolver covers. They really are. They're top notch. If you're an Absolver fan, of course. But yeah, as we move into the last panel, it's called 5 Years of Concrete, a retrospective, just between you, Jermel, and Onaji, talking about what it's been like getting this business to where it is. And I think, Paul, you also might have some interesting insight. As a longtime collective, you've seen a lot of companies come through, seen a lot of companies drop books. In your opinion, what has it been like seeing Concrete's rise to where it is right now?
Concrete and Lonzo specifically have come very far in a very short period of time, and I don't mean to belittle that at all. I mean, that's indicative of hard work. that the company and Lonzo have been doing. I've done a lot of interviews with Lonzo, and one of the things he always mentions is that he always has sat and listened to others before him and learned. And I think that's an important part for anyone who wants to get into the comic book industry, is to learn the industry, learn your craft, be humble, be willing to learn, be willing to have new ideas, and hustle. Because you can't tell me there's anywhere on social media that concrete doesn't exist. I haven't seen it. You know, you can't. I can't log into a social media account without seeing a concrete book pop up. And I think that's hard work and that's hustle. So, you know, are you doing well? Yeah, but there's a lot of work that went into that, and I just want to make sure there's recognition of that.
Hey man, I appreciate that, and you know, all of us, it's a team. Trust me, Ty has been out here cracking that whip, man. I'm saying Montrez, they've been really getting it in and doing what they got to do. Like, it's really the work behind the scenes that people don't really see, and that's what K-Way
Right.
Weekend is all about. Like, we really
Right.
wanted to show, you know, because we only post what we have to post, what we want y'all to see. But K-Way Weekend is where we show y'all, we take the cover off a little bit and show you guys, like, we're really ramping up to really be solidified for years to come. And you know, that's just what I love about Concrete. Everybody that's involved with it, all of our creators and everybody behind the scenes. I love, you know, the Black Comic Lords community was like a gold mine. When I found it, I said, "Oh yeah, this is where we need to be at. These are the people that are looking for us." And so that's why I really wanted to do a lot there. Actually, this is actually a good time to announce, Jamil, one of the things we got going on. So, do you know? Have you seen our Kickstarter covers? Right, how they got the green K on them? It's just Kickstarter exclusive. So this was a dope idea for Mr. Leslie and I. We were brainstorming this, but we designed a special limited edition K just for Black Comic Lords, and that will be available for only the Black Comic Lords customers or supporters and members, where they can purchase our concrete books, and they'll have the I think it's like an orange and a reddish K that they'll get access to.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Thank you.
Right.
I didn't know about that until you just told me that. That's awesome. Thank you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, of course it's a surprise. We wanted to say thank you, and of course, thank you to your community. You know, Black Comic Lords and groups like it are integral to the work that Concrete is doing. Without you guys, just as I said all weekend, you know, Concrete doesn't happen overnight. It really is a group effort. So thank you so much, Paul, and thank you to everybody at Black Comic Lords for supporting Concrete. So I'm really excited to see the special Black Comic Lords K.
Love is love. Appreciate y'all for real.
No,
Thank
for
you.
sure, man. We appreciate you pulling up and supporting K-Way Weekend, man. It wouldn't be right without the Black Comic Lords in here, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I feel the same. Thank you.
It's a quick question from Rob's Comics. He asked, is it a Kickstarter purchase, or is it something that you'll have to get through the website to get the specific Black Comic Lords K?
Oh no. Yeah, according to what me and Leslie been planning, it's not gonna be, it's really gonna be we're gonna create like a hidden web store just for Black Comic Lords, where y'all go to that link, y'all get y'all books from there. But we know that, you know, the Black Comic Lords is a community of collectors, so we really been brainstorming, thinking behind the scenes how to make them really love what they're getting from Concrete and feel special about it. You know what I'm saying? And show our appreciation for Black Comic Lords. So that's something that we wanted to do.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Of
That's
course.
Yeah.
And with that,
Cool.
before we end this segment here, I just want to give an opportunity for you guys. Is there anything that you guys want to wrap up and say here? Paul, of course, anything that you'd like to say before we move on?
No, just, you know, again, I have nothing but love and respect for all you guys at Concrete. You know, we talk behind the scenes all the time about the companies that impress us the most, and you guys at the top of the list. You know, I foresee a very bright future for Concrete Comics, and I'm happy to have been part of, in our small way, in Black Comic Lords, trying to support that effort, because I think you guys are really gonna be something huge, and I'm here for it.
We appreciate those words a lot, man. And you know, I'm excited to further our relationship with Black Comic Lords and continue creating an experience for all of the members of Black Comic Lords and us as creators, how we can really merge between consumer and creator and really, merge those lines to where y'all ask, we create, y'all receive, So, yeah.
That's what's up. Thank you.
Sure.
Of course. And so, everyone watching from home or wherever you may be watching, thank you guys so much for tuning in to K-Way Weekend. We're not quite done yet. We've got one more panel and then we've got to close out. But until then, I do just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, just in case you have to tune out for any reason. And of course, until we see you again, just be sure to keep it concrete.
Thanks.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody? Lloyd Jones here. What's going on, everybody? Lloyd Jones here, back with another Influences of Concrete, another panel for K-Way Weekend. We are joined by the greats, the founders, the original members of Concrete Comics. We've got Lonzo, Jamel, Onaji. Gentlemen, how are we doing this evening?
Horrible.
Great.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm doing good, man. Every time I see Onaje, he got a new look going on with his hair. You know, it must be great to have blackness in you, bro.
Never a dull moment. So wait. Just to dive in right there. Has it been like this since the beginning for you guys? Like this is just
No,
been
it all started one day, man, when I just woke up and there was this hate just coming towards me for no reason, man. I didn't know why. I didn't know what caused it. It's been constant turmoil and bullying, and hopefully this will be an intervention panel. You know what I mean?
Okay. So let's talk about it. The beginning. Tell us how you guys met and how this journey started for the uninitiated here.
Well, if we're gonna be truthful, the origin story starts with Jamil Lessie of Concrete Comics. Like, those are just facts, bro. You can't deny it. So, I happened to join Powerverse,
Okay,
and
definitely familiar.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. I happened to join Powerverse, and I happened to meet Onaje, who was a part of Powerverse, and we happened to be in the same dime. So out of the blue, we just connected, started talking. Onaje hit me up on some. I guess we both was lost in trying to figure it out. So our mindset was like, fuck it, we're gonna pave a way for ourselves because Vince was just way too busy helping everybody else out. So in my search of finding great art, I saw this dope picture of this Smurf looking character. A Smurf, it's an all blue character, this cape. And I was like, oh yo. So I reached out to that person who happened to be Lonzo. And I was like, yo, you drew this? He's like, nah, but this is my character. So I was like, all right, cool. So Lonzo and I started talking and chopping up. I told my aspirations of wanting to do my own comic book business. He said he's trying to do his own. So because our aspirations lined up, he begged me to like be a part of this group. He's like, yo, bro, just join. I was like, dog, I'm trying to do my own thing. He's like, and he begged and pleaded. I was like, you know what, bro, you sound desperate. Cool. I'm here. So then as we was trying to grow and start, I was like, yo, it'd be dope. I bring this person on board that I know, named Onaje. Lonzo being scary is like, nah, I don't know. I'm not too friendly. I'm from Philly. We Philly people don't get along with everybody. Hit me with that shit. And I was like, no, Najee's cool. But and to his agreement, I mean, I did bring some other people on board at first, and it was very unfortunate people. So it made Lonzo extra skeptical. But when I finally convinced him to have a talk with Onaje, then Onaje punk ass started being skeptical as well. So then I'm playing the middle guy, trying to get these two to just link and talk, and then boom, we finally hit it off, and now we're here. And then when that shit got established, them two started treating me like shit, like I was the problem.
So what I'm gathering here, really quick, if I'm gonna have a little sidebar here, what I'm gathering is you're really the brainchild of Concrete Comics. Lonzo came into the game with the logo, and the charisma. Is that what I'm gathering here?
I don't know too much about his charisma part.
I don't know about the charisma part.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Apologies. Is this all true then?
I mean, yes.
Former CEO of Concrete Comics last year, Onaje. For anybody that's now tuning in, last year Onaje assumed the reins of CEO. But Lonzo, just a moment from you as former CEO, is this kind of lining up with the origin story for Concrete Comics?
Can we talk about the aggressive takeover last year? I was back against the wall. Onaje pistol to the head. I had no choices. I had to sign it over to this tyrant. But fans, I'm working on getting it back. Just trust that, man. It's going to be in good hands. I got my close eye on him. But Jamil's story is full of holes in it. He was stranded, lost child. Barely eating. Ribs was showing. Everything was crazy. So I had a house. I said, yo, let me take this boy in, man. Get him right. You know what I'm saying? Get him right, get him healthy, get him good again. His bones got stronger. And then, he built up the courage to speak to Onaje and try to save him as well. He was on the side of the road too. And you know what I'm saying? We all gathered up and we started rocking. But nah, on a serious note, you know, it's very true. They were in the PV. I was on the outside looking in, studying, analyzing what this entity was. It was a house full of like how many creators would y'all estimate were in there when y'all was in there, man?
I don't know. It was probably what? It was 10 dimes, and I would probably say average the most.
About 100 creators, bro.
Yeah, the PV was full. Our dime had at least 15 people in it, at least.
So it was
at the time.
It was about 10 dimes. I don't know why y'all were 19. That didn't make sense to me. But you know, it was just it looked like a very fascinating place from the outside looking in, just seeing what was going on. And you know, like I said, Jamil was out here rocking, going crazy with his product. And I remember everybody that was in his dime as well. And then eventually I spoke to Anaji, and Anaji was telling me what he was trying to do, what he had. I saw the product. I saw Odina. I saw the vintage cover Odina too. We ain't talking about the one that y'all see now. Like it was a vintage cover with like the gold background. That's actually a variant cover that may be available this weekend. So make sure y'all tap in for that. But yeah, and that was basically it, man. It's so much has happened since that initial meetup. I feel like once we met Anaji, and after that, we didn't let nobody in for a minute. It was just like us three. And then we just shot for what we needed to do and what we wanted to put out. And along the way, you know, people were picked up, and then and then that was it. But that was the initial train ride for Concrete.
So can y'all tell us the road really quick between, you know, obviously the kind of exit from the PV to that infamous picture you guys at that book signing? Can y'all kind of dive into kind of what led y'all to that point? You know, production of your stories, kind of the marketing, any conventions that you went to, how you guys came about and became kind of the forward nature that y'all were when y'all first really got out there on the scene.
You know what? For me, I'm not going to speak for everybody else. If they agree, they can let you know. There was a lot of gatekeeping and hate towards us. And honestly, it was just nothing but love that we trying to show. I mean, everybody got angry when part of our promoting scheme was Acolyte and Absolver taking down Thanos. Like, people just hated that. You know, people that love comics love the concept. Everybody that was part of the indie community just like straight hate, bro. I was like, wow. So honestly, they forced us to just stick together like brothers in arms. Like, you know, it was us against everybody. But for what really solidified it from us, it was our first con.
Yeah.
You know, our first con, we only had posters, t-shirts, and a sign up for our Kickstarter, our first ever Kickstarter.
Okay.
And I kid you not, you know, we had a table to our left full of comic books. We had a table to our left, a smoke screen, all kinds of gadgets and lights, whatever. And then a table to our right full of comic books. But our table was bumping. And you can just tell them they're looking at us, and you can just tell it's just all love. So from there, we're like, yeah, we got something special. And all we was doing was selling posters. Our posters outselling comic books and smoke screens and light shows. It was dope. So, you know, it was us against the world, plus that con that solidified everything, and then the love we received from our first book signing.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm always gonna hold on to you hated us? Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So because a lot of them, they were smiling on our face now and want to be friendly, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Concrete as a CEO that we have, because it was up to me. Like,
it really speaks to y'all's uniformity, honestly. Just having gone through all of that, and of course, not only dealing with all the folks that you had to deal with, but being able to go to a convention without books and being completely new on the scene and outselling people that actually had physical books and product and stuff. That's epic. And I think I remember like that first Kickstarter, like y'all hit 10K if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct? Or something
It was right around there. and that was right at the end of that was the summer of 2019, and that was we did our first Comic-Con, our first convention. That was summer of 2019. So summer of 2019 was like our proving ground where we was really gearing up for 2020. And yeah, no, it was everything was real, man. It was going crazy, and we finally got to meet up with Anaji for the first time at the book signing, which is crazy because a lot of people were telling me a book signing for us wasn't a good idea because no one knew who we were and all this other stuff like that. Like a lot of people were trying to deter us away from doing our first book signing, and I was just like, man. I remember I told Jamil, I said, man, F that, bro. We doing what we want to do. Like, we're going to do this book signing. It was at a historic comic shop that I've been trying to get into that comic shop for years. And that's a testament to determination. Because when I shot that Clark Kent video, I wanted to shoot it in that Comic-Con, in that comic book shop like 4 years prior. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it. I remember saying to myself, yeah, one day I'm gonna do something in this building. I'm gonna have a comic book in this building. And we had a whole book signing in there. So that was one of the most humbling moments for me, is that because I thought that was impossible.
See, that's awesome. I do want to ask Anaji a question really quick. And this kind of also goes for Jamil because y'all, guess again, shared experience already having a story within kind of the PV or getting prepared to have one. What was that kind of pivot point for you guys? Were your stories different while you were gearing towards the PV at that time, and how did that kind of change moving forward to Concrete Comics? It's like Lonzo said, there was a different cover. There's, if I'm not mistaken, it might have been a different feel or story within Odina. And I can't speak to Absolver at the moment, but is that what was the kind of pivot point for you guys, leaving one publisher essentially and moving to another? And how did you grow from there?
There was no pivot point for me. Speaking of which, that cover can be a variant cover. I need to find that file. But no, there was no pivot point. I mean, for the Odina story, it was still going to be what it was.
Okay, so it was the same story.
Yeah,
Okay.
It wasn't too much of an investment of what was going on at that time for me to even change anything. So
okay,
yeah.
Jamel, how about you? Was Absolver any different when it was a part of? What was it? That wasn't K Dime at the time. You guys said Dime 19 or something.
Dime 19, something like that. Yeah, Absolver was extremely
through Dime 19.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, Absolver was different. He was really going to be more animalistic, in the sense of, he was going to carry out vengeance for good and evil. It didn't matter who, because that's the timing. That's the type of timing I was on at the time. I just wanted to create a character that was just real to, like, a good person can be vindictive and an evil person can be vindictive. But one of our strong suits in Concrete is the think tanks. Lonzo asked me a shit ton of questions that I wouldn't even think about for myself as a writer. So that's when in the last panel I was like, yeah, having a team is very essential to what you're trying to do. Because when you're doing things by yourself, you don't think about these certain things.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot for me to talk about the good qualities of Lonzo. So
yeah.
it's respect. So, but it was basically, hey, listen, bro, it's gonna be your first book. Let's get it out here. Let's make sure you can touch as much people's hands as possible. And then once they've realized who Jamil Lessie is, then you can go out and ball out. So I was like, all right, bro. So, because it took a lot. He really had to make me understand that, let's just think about the business aspect. I'm only thinking about the creative and the artistic side of things. But from a business standpoint, it made sense. So, Absolver is going to be crazy. He was going to be vile. But that was just basically it. That was the big difference, yeah.
Now, speaking of characters that have changed from inception to now, I do recall an image or conversation in regards to Acolyte where he was a street level character way back when. Do you want to talk a little bit about the pivot point for Acolyte a little bit?
Was he still a rapper at that time too?
Due to legal ramifications of Mr. Lessie suing me for the rights to that design, I can't speak too much about it, but he indeed, Daredevil was one of my favorite characters, and his name was still Acolyte, and he was going to be, it was still going to be Sapphire City. Everything was the same, just he wasn't cosmic. His power more so came from he was actually more supernatural. His power came from like some descendants of some ancient spiritual aspects. It was almost the same way you think of Acolyte with the Abner story. Think about that more of an Earth plane, where it's like somebody from back in the day, Earth, that passed the gene and blah blah blah, popped up Acolyte. So everything was the same, just the nature of the character.
So it was more mystical instead of cosmic type situation.
And one day I was with my boy, we was just around the way and we was just talking, and he was like, "Yo, I know Acolyte's fire right now." He said, "But I know what you really want to do. Like, you really want to make him go all out. Like, you love talking about the stars and all this other flat earth nonsense I was on back then." And he knew I was limiting myself because I was thinking about making a film, and I was like, I ain't got the budget to make the cosmic nonsense that I wanted to make. So we make him something that I think I can actually make and within my budget. So that's why he was like street level. But once my boy said that, it was like, oh yeah, nah, say less. And I'm gonna make him what I truly wanted him to be. And that was a cosmic hero.
Okay. Jesus.
Really? Wow, wowzers, guys.
I want to know, from obviously we talked about kind of from inception to that initial book signing. What I want to know is, following that Kickstarter, you guys really became like a force of nature, right? What kind of was the mindset after seeing that initial success and kind of that moving forward, that year 2? What kind of was y'all's mindset, and how did you guys continue to move as you were previously, now that you guys have seen some major success?
If I could speak on that real quick, I feel like we didn't even look at it. We just kept moving because we were nowhere near where we wanted to be.
Yeah.
At all.
Outside looking in, it was like snap, this is what I want to be.
Outside looking in, people were showing love, but to me personally, and maybe they feel the same, I was like, this is just the first step. Like we got so far to go. I'm happy this first step was a success. We didn't fall over and tumble. Yeah. And we were, as soon as we were done that first Kickstarter, we were already planning the next one for issue 2. We were already coming with the idea and moving. And that's why we move so fast every year, because we're always a year ahead of ourselves whenever we're trying to drop something. So I barely remember the love from the first one. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I didn't really start seeing it. That second one was more. That second one proved a little bit more. Because first one, everybody's excited. There's a new book, blah, 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 boom, 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 boom. Let's check it out. So when the second Kickstarter did better than the first one, that was the true sign for me.
Okay. Did Anaji, Jamel, did y'all want to speak on that a little more as well? Or
I mean, for me, it was prior to the Kickstarter dropping. I mean, like I said, till that point, we didn't show anything but our marketing, pinups, pictures. And once we announced our Kickstarter, people were shifting their Kickstarter dates and stuff. And I was like, wow. And to me, that was just a testament. You know what I'm saying? So when you add that to the hate prior to that, and now they're like, okay, these guys are dropping in the same time period as me. I got to go early or later. I was like, okay, that's love. So honestly, Lonzo and I were up at launch, just like little kids. It's like, the conversation was mainly like, I hope that people love it, because again, we really love doing this shit. So it was more about the fan base, people liking and loving what we give them, and this, that, and the third. So that's what it was for me,
okay.
Yeah.
And Naja, you want to piggyback on that, or you like, nah, they covered it?
I forgot the question.
Oh, no.
Bougie. Diva.
But no. So, no, we were kind of just, well, I'll ask you the next question.
Okay. That'll work.
So, what do you think kind of contributed to, like what Jamel was saying just now? Was it just the how you guys are moving, that kind of camaraderie and stuff like that, or was it something more behind it that everybody was seeing?
As far as in what?
Just how fast you guys blew up in the indie game sense, right? How fast you guys blew up, and just kind of that notoriety. Because by 2020, we had jumped on the scene. You guys were one of the really the first group that we saw, and we were just like, this is where we need to be. So when I brought up earlier, like, oh man, that's the goal right there. That's what we saw. That was us, like, oh snap.
Honestly, from my perspective, that's one of the things I try not to question. Like I never, I don't try to question shit. Like I try to let it ride. Like if it's gonna happen, like let's do it. Like, like I get these new shiny black characters. They're different. It's like a collective. We haven't seen like this many. Like if you think about it, most people when they come out with their books, it's like one character or one or two, but a group of creators come together to make a whole universe. That's kind of like something. So I think that kind of plays a part into it. And
that
so,
it was massive though. That was, for us being completely new, we were like, yo, I've never seen anything like that. And we're really still hard pressed to find a group of creators to come together and make one universe of characters.
And then when you see like the poster, like even the first poster, like you see these characters like standing there collectively. And then, even if, a few have fallen off, it's still like, a group effort when it comes to each other.
Falling off.
Look, I'm being nice.
Falling off.
Try to keep a straight face here, y'all. Are killing me. Oh my god!
It's
it's just funny seeing them keep it so political, man. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like seeing them try to walk the straight path, man, Morris, man, because all of us think we like, is he going?
I was hoping he opened that door, but
I wasn't even gonna give Jamel an inch. So
I was hoping. I said, "Come on, do it, say it."
Dang.
That's funny.
No justice for Jamel. Jesus Christ.
So, first of all, let's point out how messy Lloyd is on that question, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's trifling ball.
Absolutely.
You just heard it. You just heard the Easter egg.
I know. I was like, ooh.
Cut all this, Ty. Cut all this. No. So again, being outside looking in, man, y'all were really making an impact, obviously. So talk to us about how you guys moved at conventions. Obviously, we met a majority of you guys at Atlanta Comic-Con. So I want to know how you guys move when going to conventions, because y'all got a lot of titles, right? So how do you guys navigate talking to somebody about everything you have going on? Of course, also, y'all have a bunch of projects. I'm asking like 50 questions at one time. I apologize. But y'all each have titles. So how do you guys kind of navigate that scheduling as well? So conventions, how do you guys talk to people about 50 billion titles? And then also when releasing titles, how does that work trying to organize who's coming out with what when?
For me, my pitch is always gauging what the customer likes to read, their interests, favorite superheroes. So if once they say Green Lantern or Silver Surfer, I point them right to Acolyte. Once they say X-Men or Superman or something like that, I point them right to Adina. And then if they're into the spiritual stuff, then obviously Absolver. So that's my approach at cons.
Because everybody to their own character instead of getting overwhelmed by one person telling.
It's very rare we'll be at a Comic-Con and we'll be acting like individuals. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Somebody come to me, ask me about Luna. I'm gonna be selling the hell out of that thing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They wanna know about Odina or Kandaki. whoever. It don't matter. If we all at the table together, we all win. We're all one unit at that moment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's no individual like aspect to what we doing. We just want, if you come to our table, you leaving with something. You know what I mean? You leave with something. Don't just come here and talk. So that's really where we at with it, man. I mean, me and Anaji did Baltimore like that. It was just, you know, two tables. I think we both had 4 issues at that time. So he had 4, I had 4. We had our source books in the middle, and we just rocked out. It doesn't matter what they bought. If they wanted to buy all 4 of his, all 4 of mine, you leaving with something. Same with Janelle and Jari. We just did one the other day. You know, same format. You're buying into concrete. You know what I mean? Some fans come and they be like, "Yo, is that Jamil the writer of Absolver?" Yeah, they want to talk directly to him. That's fire. Some people come for Anaji. They come for individuals, and that's dope. But we don't. That doesn't feed into like nobody's ego or nothing like that. We're all just happy to be here.
You know, that's one thing that I guess to answer this questions and questions prior, you know, that ego shit got to get checked at the door.
Yeah.
You know, listen, I love these guys, and I would be lying if I said I don't disagree with some shit. But you know, my disagreement come because I want to win, but I want to win as this collective. I don't want to win individually. So if I feel like Lonzo's gonna do some shit that's hurting the brand, I'm gonna let him know. Same thing with Najee. So you know that shit got to get checked at the door. So because prior to the launch, you know, inside the camp we had issues.
Yeah.
Just like we had outside. So once we got rid of that, everything just started moving smoothly. I'm not even trying to talk shit. That's just the truth.
No, but that's the history of concrete.
Yeah,
like, that's that happened. It was necessary to grow. Yeah.
You know, that's just the truth of a testament of where we're at. You know, and then the fact that everybody gets to be individuals. Like, you know, we have Luna. You know,
oh man, she's
you know what I'm saying, but you know, we now nobody has to worry about writing fantasy. You know, Carl is taking care of that for us. You know, you know, and that's what and that's what I love about what we're doing and how we're doing, and that's why I think our tables are usually so successful because we have choices and we have options, and then you know nobody sits there and be like, God damn, bro. Jari just got another sale. God, what the fuck is going on, bro?
Yeah.
Wow, you know, nobody's doing that. You know, it's all fun, it's all love, and you know, Monzo and Jari still owe me money because I was selling most of their books. But you know what I'm saying? You know, but
that's yet another fraudulent statement.
We'll see what happens when that check is cut. You know, so I'm waiting. But no, man, it's just all love, man. At the end of the day, that's just what it is. If you're not family, bro, you're not family. Like, you know, so for anybody that's looking to be a part of concrete and come in concrete, if you come in with individualism, bro, like
it doesn't
work. It's not gonna work. And I have no problem telling you. Lonzo would say, Jamil, be careful how you tell them. But bro, I got no problem telling you because we've been down that road before and that ain't gonna work for me. I let it slide one time, and that's just been eating me up since. But not again, never again. So because, like I said, it's a family.
Yeah, it's
a family, bro. I can trust these guys with my content. You know, like I said, and that's what it boils down to.
Okay, so we're talking about content. You brought up some good points. Everybody's got stuff coming out. I do want to know individually what all do you guys have coming up next? What stories, any projects and stuff like that?
Would you like to go first, Mr. Ross?
Why don't you guys go first?
No.
Mr. Ross, you go.
No, you guys go first because you know my list is going to be quite extensive.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
So go ahead.
Well, you know what, Lloyd? What ones do you know about secretly that you just want to pry into?
Oh, well, no, I apologize. I can't say. I signed an NDA. Unfortunately, I won't be able to share any specifics about things that haven't been publicly spoken about by the Concrete team.
Overruled.
Jamel.
All right, cool.
Jamel.
You sure? Because once I say we have no choice but to do this.
Jamel.
All right, cool. So we're dropping, Anaji and I are dropping this project called Bloom. It's been done and finished for how many years now? Bloom has been sitting in the cut for years, and we just needed to. Every time we're about to drop, something comes up. We about to drop Bloom, then Carla's punk ass would have come with Luna and shit. So I was like, okay, cool, she can have it. So we had to push it back, and then we're going to drop it during Ladies Month, but then Carla again and all that other shit. So it's cool. So we got Bloom dropping.
So before you even go to the next one, but based on what you said just a moment ago, are we focusing on some lady characters? Are we, what characters are we going to see in this story?
Oh shit. Bloom. The first chapter you're going to see Odina and Blue Fox.
Okay.
And then known characters is going to be Kendaki and Leah, aka Cyronic Slayer. And oh my god, Onaji, what's her name?
Sister Asima.
Huh?
Sister Asima.
So Sister Asima, and I'm going to be introducing a brand new female character called Kill Switch.
Okay.
And she's pretty much going to be our Deathstroke of the universe. But
so she's going to be giving Sith Row a little run for his money.
Sith Row can't even hang, bro. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me when I tell you, bro.
Okay.
Trust me when I tell you. She was my direct answer to Sith Row and Watchmen because y'all was killing me. So I was like, all right, I got you. Okay. But nah, Bloom has been in the tuck for like 3 years now. 3 years. So it's ready to go.
Is this a one shot or can we expect this to be a continued series?
It's a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a combination of both.
One shot, see how the people feel, and then move forward type situation.
Well, it's gonna be up about 5 issues. Okay. But the whole story is gonna come together as one shot. So you should you ever like read? Yeah, almost like Wanted. You know, how Wanted was like 5 to 6 issues, and then it dropped the whole book. So Bloom, Adze, Absolver. I'm gonna leave everything else up to Lonzo to say.
Okay, and we were gonna.
Why you gotta leave it up to me, man?
What's the new project then, Lonzo? What is something that the people haven't heard of yet that you could speak on today?
Acolyte 6 has released this weekend, so I'm excited for the people to get that and dive into that. Obviously I'm in the works for 7 through 10 is in progress right now. Okay. Zoriel 2 and 3 to complete this mini arc before we get into her actual full-length arc. And you might get a surprise King Kalan spinoff book. Okay. After y'all read number 6, y'all will see why. Fan favorite. Everybody's been asking me about this on the Discord, but they want to know what's going on with Sith Row. So Sith Row got something coming out, man. And we might have made the announcements earlier today, but the one of the premier teams of Concrete Comics is going to be approaching, and should be dope. Should be real dope. And there's another team too. So two major teams are going to be coming from the brainchild of Mr. Star.
Okay. I hope you lying, but you know what? We're gonna let we're gonna let them look. We're gonna let them have it.
Please do. Please let me have it, brother. All right.
I know you're on the struggle bus, but
wow.
Move aside, sir.
So Anaji, what you got?
So I'm always getting hit up talking about I have too many books in the works. So apparently, niggas be mad when I say like, I'm getting this done and getting this done. So I'll probably keep it light today. Just.
Oh my God! Just
But
Keep relaxing.
other than the issue 6 Odina, Kandaki issue 2 is going into production. I got a special Odina book going on. I'm excited about the Bloom book, which I'm super excited about that. Which once we finally get to talk, when my gag order gets removed, I can talk about that. I'd revitalized Source book that I got done. As well as also another special Odina book in the works. And there's a book I can't talk about because I'm working with someone else on it. So yeah.
Okay. So a lot of stuff. So no shortage of content for Odina fans.
No.
Okay, bet. Okay. So obviously we're about to close up here. Any words of wisdom individually or collectively that you want to give to publishing companies or just creators as a whole that's coming up behind you?
Bless.
What?
No, I was saying Sir Leslie. He tends to be the long-winded one of us.
Oh,
Wow. First of all, make sure you don't stay away from people like Lonzo. There's things like Troll Mondays and Friendettes. There's so much.
When will the sins of the son be washed away?
See, Lonzo is the type of person he probably got punched in the eye. That's why he's wearing the glasses right now.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Possibly I did.
Now I will always say, just
wow.
Nobody is successful without a great team behind them. That is a fact. Like nobody that is successful can really say they did it all by themselves. Like even what I'm saying, even if you have a bunch of fans that believe in you, those fans helped you get where you got. So the ego and all of that is one thing. Check that at the door. And two, just be comfortable with what you putting out. In this is the creative space, so art is very subjective. If you try to force yourself to be like somebody else, then you're going to be you're going to be in it for a very long time. It's going to be stressful. But if you understand that, I'm creating something that I love and I'm hoping people love it too, then you're going to enjoy it. And that's all I got to say. I think I said a lot in my own personal panel. But
yeah, you did. No, you did have some good answers.
That's what I would say. Just love what you do. Always love what you do. And if you don't love it, then you're just gonna waste your time and wasting your money because this ain't that. Artists every year the artists get more expensive. Everything keep going up. Mm-hmm. In about 2 years, it's gonna be average price to finish a good book is like $6,000. If just the way these art prices are going, so you got to be in it to win. It's that's that. And stay away from bullies. Don't be afraid of bullies.
Okay.
There's a shit ton of bullies in the industry, and the minute they inside your camp, kick them out. The minutes they get in your camp, kick them out.
I can dig it.
Mr. Star.
He still has a little PTSD, you know what I'm saying? But we're gonna I would say realistically protect yourself for one. Protect your creations, protect your thoughts in your creative process. And for all the new people, man, stop trying to cut corners, man. You're not gonna just jump out there with something and it's just gonna blow up with no one helping you. Get yourself an editor, tell the story you want to tell, but get yourself an editor that's gonna get you right, help you tell the story good, and present yourself well. Be realistic with yourself. Hold your book up next to someone else's book and say, yo, would I buy this book over that one? You know what I mean? What are you really looking at there, man? But yeah, just don't cut no corners, man. Whatever your path is, take the path and do it to the best of your ability. Don't cut no corners, y'all. Keep it concrete all the way.
Can I just say something to that thing about the editor? Like, the right editor is very important. The right editor. There's people that edit and they edit to what they feel is best, and then you have editors that will edit to make sure you have the best product that you will love. Go for the second. Go for the editor that's going to make sure you're happy with the book, not just how they feel that should sound. We had an editor that made my Absolver sound like he was written for the 1990s. Like, what the fuck is this, bro?
Oh wow.
It's 2019, bro. And I wasn't having that. So I doubled down on what Alonzo said, but make sure you get the right editor, bro. It's very, very important. So I'm sorry, Sanaj. Go ahead.
My advice is nothing. I ain't got nothing for you niggas.
Oh no.
Look, nothing. I'm done giving advice online. You want advice? Catch me at a con or something. I'm done giving
all right.
advice. I'll talk to you outside of that. Nah.
There is coaching and consultant classes are available online. Check our calendar and book yourselves a session. This 5 years is done, man. We over with it now. I mean,
Okay.
but no, for real, K-Way Weekend is fire. It's amazing to be here 5 years later and have grown tremendously. Every year, I think we've grown like 20% as a company, and just as a catalog, man. We got 30 plus books, probably 40 books by now. I don't even know, but we're just constantly growing. We're constantly making new fans, making new connections, making new business partnerships, and I'm just super proud of the team, super proud of the family. Shout out to Ty, major shout out to Ty. Ty has been killing it, man. Making this K-Way thing happen the way it is. So just shout out to everybody, man, that helps build this ship, build this yacht that we cruising on. And let's just keep it concrete. Make sure y'all support to the Patreon if y'all want to see us keep making books. Support that Patreon. Let's rock.
All right. And of course, everybody that's watching, hope you guys will continue to enjoy the K-Way Weekend. The Influences of Concrete. The Big Three was here. Remember, as always, like they said just a second ago, keep it concrete.
Why?
Man, oh man, oh man. What a K-Way weekend this has been. To everyone who's been tuning in since the very first day on Friday, thank you guys for tuning in for so long. If this is your first time seeing my face, hi, hello. My name is Ty Black and Culture. I work with Concrete Comics to bring you this K-Way weekend, an entire virtual celebration of all of Concrete's achievements, a celebration of all of Concrete's friends and family, of all the amazing books. This weekend has been something I don't know how we're going to top it next year, but man, this year we did something else. From all the amazing book announcements that we have dropped to every single new thing that's coming out next year, I'm telling you guys, if you've missed out I don't know what to say. Of course you can rewatch the replay on not just Concrete Comics' YouTube, but also on the World at War Comics. Thank you so much, Thomas, again for allowing us to use your platform to stream KOA Weekend, and on Facebook and a few other places as well. If you're wanting to know any updates about books, be sure to join our Discord. There is, if you're on our Concrete YouTube as well as the World of War Comics and on Facebook, there is a link to our Discord there. Discord is one of the best ways for you not only to ask all your questions to the creators, because I saw some of you guys had some questions for the Concrete creators. It's also a good way to stay up to date to books, because we've been dropping all the book updates in the Discord the moment that they drop here on KOA Weekend. But if you want a little extra sauce, you can join our Patreon, which right now we are running a weekend deal where if you join for $1 at our support tier, you get 50% off all single issue Concrete books. That's right, 50% off all Concrete single issue books just for this weekend. But of course, we also have a weekend long discount code that's 25% off all single issue books, called where you just put in KWay at checkout. So definitely make sure to stay tuned in there. We have a ton, just an unmentionable amount of variant covers for you to tap into. So do not miss out on your opportunity to get some of these books, because once they are gone this weekend, they are gone for good. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this KOA Weekend. As I bring some folks on, I am going to do my ad read. I know I said I had one last one left, but we got to thank our sponsors for this amazing weekend. So with me, I'm going to go ahead and put on to the stage Jermel Leslie, the creator of Absolver and the art director of Concrete Comics. Next, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our CEO, star player of Concrete Comics and the creator of Acolyte, Zuriel, and Organic Chrissy, Lonzo Star. Whenever you're ready, I want to make sure you're okay. Good.
Yo.
Also here, if you're ready, I have Jari, the creator of Deja Vu. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Awesome. And finally, someone who's been a little aggro in the comments somewhere, someone who's been dropping stuff in Discord without telling me, someone who refused to reach out when I asked them multiple times, do you want to jump on live? That's so crazy that you don't want to jump on live. I'm being petty. I'm sorry. But the creator of Watchmen, Lyle. Hi, how are you doing, Lyle? I'm not upset or anything.
I'm cool.
I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear. Gentlemen, what can I say? This weekend has been something else. I know that everyone, of course, Lyle, I know that you were sick. That was one of the main reasons why you couldn't tap in. But you have a ton of announcements to go. So go ahead, pop off your announcements.
So first and foremost, just wanted to shout out Loud, man, for everything that he got going on. I know that this KOA Weekend he wasn't really able to join because of his own personal things he got going on, but Lau got a lot going on, man. I wanted to tap in with him and just talk about where we at with the Watchmen. We got Watchmen number 3 coming out. How you feel about getting to this 3rd issue, man?
Well, yeah, should have been on my list by now, but things happen. So just ready to get out. Hold on, I'm sorry. I thought I was good. Oh, okay. So of course, okay, I'm gonna sit right here. Yeah, of course, no. Can y'all see me? It's good enough. Of course, things happen. So issue 3 was supposed to be out in 2023, but took a hiatus. So issue 2 will be out in 2024. Yeah.
Nah, man, things happen, bro. As you know, Watchmen's always been a fan favorite since he dropped. People love the title. People love the book, man. I'm just excited to drop the news, and a lot of people saw the news of the collaboration, man. Please tap in with that collaboration real quick, Mr. Jari, Mr. Lau. Like, how did this come about?
Well, Jari was begging to be a part of the because it's one of the greatest. He be wanting to ride my coattails and all that, so I was like, he kept begging, asking, we need to do a collab. I need to get my character's name out there. So I'm just like, you know what? Fine. I'll do the collab because I don't really do collabs to work with people. I was gonna work on myself, but he kept begging, so I was like, you know what, I'll give you a shot. You know.
So what really happened? What really happened was he saw Deja Vu taking off, and like, oh, can't get left behind. So help me. I need your help. For the love of God, please take me along with you. So that's really how it all worked out.
I didn't know we were live the weekend, but yeah.
Oh yeah, man. The whole weekend is definitely all about Concrete Comics, and we couldn't have a K-Way weekend without one appearance of Durag Loud, man. We couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
Durag got to match the shirt as always.
I mean, you know it's got my shirt, but no, man. Do you got anything you want to leave your fans with, Lau, and let them know what to expect when it comes to issue 3?
Yeah, no, I'll just rather them read it. They figure it out as it goes.
Wow. I'm gonna tell y'all, Watchmen gets completely murdered in number 3. His issue stops running, and he doesn't come out again after that. You know what I'm saying? So y'all get ready.
That's the last book, so you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, technically, the collab is the last book. The funeral for Watchmen is in the collab part 2. So after that, Watchmen's done, and I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
There we go.
I was gonna make a book, a Watchmen killing Absolver too, but since the Watchman dies, Absolver got a break from that. So yeah.
Wow. You got anything to say about that, Mr. Leslie?
You know what? But now I changed my mind. Deja Vu wins every battle versus Watchmen. 100%. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
He did. And you know it's crazy, Lau. Jamil was rooting for you this whole weekend too. So for you to take a shot at this man right away is very telling of your chaotic character, man. You know that, right?
Well, you know, first of all, he stole one of my future characters' names, and you already know, Lonzo. We've been discussed that name before, and then he randomly apparently had the name too. So I can't even use it no more.
Maven was pre-existing of you slightly, so I must admit that.
Well, Maven was supposed to be Dale in the first place, but ever since he popped out.
In the history books of Concrete Comics, didn't Maven make an appearance on a one pager somewhere?
He did.
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
He made an appearance in 2019 for New Year's. So you know what? It might have been 2018 actually. 2018. It was a New Year's post that Sith Row and Maven was on, man. So I don't know, Lau. It's a hard legal fight right there.
It's just a bunch of. It's just what I find surprising is it's like a bunch of people in Concrete are stealing stuff from me.
All right, here we go.
Covers, pages from books.
Here we go.
Names.
This is what you wanted to wrap the weekend up with.
Watchman has this W on his chest. About that W, what is so wow? Do you want to speak on the history behind that design?
I gave this artist a chance. He was like, "Oh, please let me make a logo for you. Let me give you an update." Because I had an updated suit, right? And then this one guy, he was begging to have another logo. I was like, "I'll give you a shot so we could get his name out there." I think it was the creator of Absolver, by the way. So I gave him a shot to make his name bigger and everything. So that's where the new W came from.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? In the celebration of Concrete Comics 5 years, bro, I think Watchmen was a great addition to the squad. Definitely a dope character. If you're a fan of Nightwing and Captain America, I'm gonna say Black Panther, type characters, then that's definitely a dope character. And then to have Deja Vu on board, meeting you for the first time in that con, Jari, was a great experience. You're a cool person, you're nothing like what Lonzo said you are,
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
Nah, it was great. So when I say I'm excited about this crossover, I'm really excited about the crossover. The only thing I hate about it is that you beat Maven and Sith Row to the punch, but
well, you guys work too slow, and if y'all were gonna do it, y'all would have did it by now. So
no, there's a script. There's a
biggest
script.
thing to come from Concrete Comics. So y'all can't do that.
There is something I can show that may shatter a lot of y'all little hopes and dreams, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, I don't
What
know.
we talking,
but,
man? What you got?
So we have been brewing with something for a minute, man. Y'all just know we got just know we got an Acolyte and Absolver drop coming, man.
You got a
What
what?
you exposing out here, man?
So we got an Absolver versus Acolyte drop coming out real soon, man. Y'all gonna see the graphic very soon for this John.
Hey,
But
John
this
Reed,
something-
they had this picture out for like 5 years and never did nothing with it. So we
wow, you see how you saying, man?
But you see, that's how long we had this in the tuck. So y'all just got your little spotlight. I can have it.
We've been at a story, but guess what, man? Acolyte and Absolver dropping. So y'all, I mean, that's what it is.
Y'all gonna drop and do what? Y'all only gonna make like $2 off of it. Like,
wow.
We're not
With
worried.
With that note, we gonna let Ty come back in here, close this out. This is K-Way weekend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the vibes, man.
It's okay.
You know what? Lonzo, I apologize if I'm anything like Carlisle to you, bro. I think I will change my ways, bro.
Y'all see what I've been dealing with out here.
Lyle rarely comes out of his straitjacket. When we let him out, he gets to be vocal a little bit, but once he puts Durag on, it's like a whole nother person comes out, man. You know what I'm
When did Onaji get in here? Why is he a part of this? No, it's fine.
Oh goodness, man. If anything else, to put a neat little bow on this weekend. First off, thank you so much, Lyle, for joining us. I was a little sad that you couldn't join for Friday and Saturday, so I am happy to see you and your.
Appreciate that, because Lonzo kind of plans these things when I'm working. I think he does it on purpose.
Wow.
He actually said he's trying to avoid having you on here.
It's cool.
Yep.
Still gonna be the top grossing famous person out of Conquer Comics regardless. So it's not that a big
You know what? I hope you are. I wish you nothing but success as you try to supersede and exceed all of your peers. I want to see you. I really want to see you grow, because if you fail, then I get to say I told you so, and I know. Oh, but goodness, guys, planning this entire event was such a huge undertaking, because it wasn't just the fact of getting everyone here. It was organizing against everyone's schedules, making, putting everyone's else together, getting all of your book announcements in order. It was quite something. But not only did we do it, we had such a successful weekend. People have been absolutely eating up that 25% off discount if you put K-Way at checkout. People have been joining the Patreon, where they join for $1, they get 50% off all single issue books all weekend. I mean, people have been joining the Discord, talking heavy in the Discord, doing the fan voting. Also, Lyle, I wanted to let you know that you and Deja Vu are tied for if you guys could win in a street brawl. So you might have to talk to your fans about that. And it's been something else. The love, the outpouring, everyone showing up to the live. This is 5 years of amazement. And honestly, it all goes back to thank you so much, not just to Lonzo, not just to Jamel, not just to Onaji, but to all of you who have poured in so much work. No one would buy a Concrete comic if they didn't see the passion, if they couldn't read the love that's on the pages. And it's because of your hard work that we have a company. And of course, thank you to everybody who's watching K-Way Weekend. As I've continued to say this entire weekend, something like this doesn't happen overnight. It is not a one-person show, even though some people like to say it is. It is a complete group effort that takes so much of so many things. And I want to thank you guys, because you guys are such a big part of that. So thank you to every single person at Concrete Comics that's here on the screen and beyond. Thank you to all of the amazing folks watching K-Way Weekend. If you didn't get a chance to tune in, please be sure to watch our restreams on Facebook and on YouTube, as well as the World at War Comics YouTube. Again, thank you so much, Thomas. And of course, nothing else. I have nothing else to say at this point. We just gonna go ahead and roll it out. But never forget to keep it concrete. Y'all have yourself a wonderful Sunday.
Some of the vibes.
All right, thanks.
Concrete is being led by Deja Vu and Watchmen. Bye.
July 20th.
Someone cut his audio.
Oh.